what advice do you have for anybody that's a content creator? Which one they should leverage? I know Reels is the most newest one that's out there, but again, that's video based, and maybe not everyone's all about that. So, I mean, but just still, what advice would you give for anybody that's new to this? And they're so confused because Reels and posts have different dimensions on when you're posting out there, right? So all these things can make someone who feels like, oh, I just made one piece of content. Now I got to reformat it. Now I got to do this. Now I got to do that. So what advice do you have for those?
You know, I wish I could say just worry about uh, focusing on one way of posting, but really you can't. And that's why I think you need to focus in just on one platform when you get started, because it's the same on Facebook too. I mean, there's still video, there's still stagnant, there's still carousels. Focus in on one platform and then go from there, because if you decide Instagram is your place, that's where you're going to be pushing out content. You need to show up in all the different avenues on a consistent basis, because I might never even go into the feed. I might only just check out stories, and I watch Instagram stories like a television show. That might be how I consume Instagram now. Whereas you might never go into the feed, or you might never go into stories. You only go into the feed. Or you love long form IGTV video. You love showing up for a 30-minute video that someone would post. So I think everybody consumes content differently. And that's why throughout the week, you give that same piece of content different ways, so that no matter who's following you and how they consume, they're getting it differently. And then that way, again, also, if they are seeing all of your posts, you have to keep in mind, like, not everyone's going to see every single post that you put out. So you're not going to be bugging people. But if they do, by chance, see every single post, you're giving them the information to them in a different way that they consume the information that you're giving them.
That's great advice. And you actually spoke on something that leads me to the next question. You said that not everyone may come across a post, but they may see it on a different avenue, right? Whether it's through the feed or through stories or through Reels. Speaking about whether people will see things or not, Instagram, since we're specifically talking about it, their algorithm has been a little funky. It's been causing, I would say, complaints on that. I don't know if that's something that you have seen, or what do you advise people now as, like, I would say, new entrepreneurs that are hiring you, and what advice would you give about that?
Well, if you're not doing reels at least like once a month, I feel like if you can just do one reel a month, then you're winning. But I mean, I would love to see like 2 reels a week. I know that that's asking a lot from people, but that is how you're going to grow, and that's how you're going to be showing up in new feeds on a regular basis. Instagram is pushing reels out like crazy right now. So if you're not doing reels, you need to start. I know it's intimidating. There's third-party apps that can make it a little bit easier if you're not familiar with the formatting for producing a reel. Just record a 15-second video outside of the app and then do your editing in a third-party software and upload it if it's easier for you. But Reels really is where it's at. And I know that there's been a lot of funky things happening with the algorithm. A lot of it had to do with the election last November, like hashtags were hidden, and then now hashtags are gone from stories altogether. So I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that they're changing. Instagram's going to be moving away from hashtags and just into SEO. So that's why you're seeing a lot more of those really long, like, mini blog feed posts, because they're trying to push out as much SEO as possible into that post. So I mean, things are always changing, and these businesses, like to keep me on my toes, and so I have plenty of stuff to keep up with. And the algorithm is ever changing, so we just have to kind of try and evolve and do it. If they say do reels, then okay, Instagram will do reels.
Well, if anybody that's listening to this podcast hasn't figured out that Katie knows her stuff, now you do, because I didn't even know that Instagram is moving away from hashtags and doing more of this SEO type content. So that's you're on top of it. You're letting all of us know, and that's awesome.